Sport's my life. Anyone that knows me will know that sport's everything that I do. So it plays quite a big part in your week. When you add up the training sessions, the gym, all the out of hours
socialising
stuff. Yeah, all the time spent in the Swan. It's a large part of your week. I'd done quite a lot of research and hadn't really seen anyone playing rugby union with a stoma. Which is difficult. I mean, you go from playing sport every day and, as we said, it's part of your whole week, to all of a sudden someone saying, look, it's done, you can't do it again. It was really tough. So I was diagnosed with something called ulcerative colitis during my second year of uni, and my first probably 2 years of being diagnosed, it was almost non-existent, right? I was still able to do everything I could before. And effectively, ulcerative colitis is very similar to Crohn's in the fact that it's an autoimmune disease, and your immune system is effectively working too hot. In hindsight now, you can see it in the way I was probably playing at the back end of December and the start of January, just tired and lethargic really. I was working from home, physically couldn't come into the office because it was just, a 5-minute journey that I would have done in my sleep before was actually too much of a difficult thing to do. So I took myself into PH. I think by that point I'd lost about 8 kilograms, which I couldn't afford to lose anyway. And yeah, basically it came to the decision of, look, well, you've tried multiple different treatments now. Either you can try another treatment that, could work, but until you try it, we're not sure on how well it will react, whether it will work, or you can have your bowel removed. The one benefit of having your bowel removed is without your colon, you physically can't get colitis. Yeah, I had the surgery middle of Feb, I think, this year. It was pretty difficult. I mean, I had various moments that were not great, chatting to my family, chatting to coaches and effectively planning what my option would be after surgery with the view that I probably wouldn't be able to play again. But the more we sort of looked into it, chatted with the nurses, stoma nurses who were, have to say, amazing. And, I see them on a regular basis and they're incredible. So I had long discussions with them. Both my mum and dad were great in terms of, helping me out with research, looking at viable ways that I could still play. And sort of post-surgery, it really started to click in that it was possible. Continuous conversations, there's products that you can use that sort of just keep everything secure. So, I mean, now I play with just a belt almost. It's like it's not there. It's incredible. And so once I'd got over that sort of tough maybe a week or two where I thought it was all done, everything then was just moving on to the next thing and really focusing on and getting healthy and, like I say, aiming to be back and playing in that side. I'm in Jersey, which was a huge driver for me to get back. I did a load of research on various other sports and you see a lot of people that are runners that have stomas, but there was nothing really that was a huge contact sport.
So it's the contact sport, isn't it?
I mean, it's you couldn't get much more physical, right? But I mean, it was a case of start training, see what worked, see what maybe didn't work, and then just come up with a routine that I've now stuck with and I know works perfectly. I mean, it's not going to be amazing, and you're gonna, there's things that you do slightly differently to, let's say, a normal player, but I don't actually think it hinders me at all. I personally have no shame with it whatsoever. I think it's something actually I'm quite proud of. Not having the fear of what could go wrong and actually just sitting there and thinking into the future and having a sort of drive and a goal, a bit of ambition in terms of how far I could take my own rugby, how far Guernsey we can take the club is something I'm very excited about. I'm just constantly fueling myself now and constantly trying to put as much weight on as I can, get stronger and just improve really, and like you say, it's now that it's not there for me, it could be endless. I don't know how far I can take it, and that's always quite exciting really. So yeah, it's been a big sort of 9 months, and I'm probably the healthiest I've ever been now. I mean, I'm probably 20-25 kilograms heavier than I was when I left hospital. Strongest I've ever been. I feel the fittest I've ever been, full of energy and just loving life really. Like my rugby I think is going really well, and I definitely think that's a huge factor in my decision, and I've just been feeling great really. Stuff like playing sport, it's what makes you feel so great, right? You're playing with your friends, it's competitive, it's enjoyment, it's so good for you. So I think, raising awareness for it is incredible. And if you can get more people with stomas, not necessarily playing rugby, but just continuing with the sport and continuing with whatever passion it is they enjoy, I think that's a huge win. So it's exciting.